Hey everybody, I'm Scott Weichel. You're listening to My Kind of Country on MKOCRadio.com. Always a pleasure to have this lady back on my show. She is just an absolute delight, and not only me, but my whole family. We just think the world of her. We love her music, and she's got a brand new Christmas video that is posted on our Facebook page. If you have not watched it, you are missing out, folks. Carl the Christmas Dog. It's a pleasure to have Lacy J. Dalton on My Kind of Country. Lacy, how are you tonight?
Oh, I couldn't be better, and I'm just thinking about the last time we were together. You were being inducted into the NACMI, which is the North American Country Music Hall of Fame International Awards show in March in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, and I haven't seen you since then.
I haven't seen you. We got to talk a few weeks back, but haven't seen you since then, and it was a wonderful time to watch you perform and get inducted, and just such
an
honor.
And you too.
I know. I got to sing with Freddie Hart. That was the highlight of my life.
You know what? Wasn't that amazing? Freddie Hart, just such a trooper. Such a trooper. I'll never forget. Everybody else was finished doing autographs, and that line must have been 500 people. And he sat there until the very end. God love him.
Yeah. Merritt fell asleep. She was sitting in a chair behind the table. I think she fell asleep. My God, we were whipped, and he was ready to go, man.
Well, I'll bet he was. I'll bet he was ready to go. He's 90 now, isn't he?
He'll be 91 here in just a few weeks. Yep.
Oh, bless his heart.
Yep.
He's such a sweetie.
We went back down in June. He was recording a song for a project David Frizzell's working on, and they invited us to come down, and so we did, and got to watch him record and spend some more time with him. He's just such a nice, dear, sweet man. We love him to death.
I know, and such a legend.
Yes, absolutely. I'm sure you worked some shows with him over the years too.
long ago. Yes, only the Hall of Fame recently.
Oh, that's great. Well, tell me about Carl the Christmas Dog. I know this is partially a true story, and introduce my listeners to Carl.
Carl is Carl was a rescue dog. I get a call. I'm 900 miles from home, going to Montana to play music, and I get a call from my friend Gina, and she's going, "Oh, Lacy, there's this dog in the Burbank pound, and my daughter is in dog rescue, and they've been trying to place this dog for so long. He's only a year old. He's been in the pound his entire life, and no one will take him, and everybody at the pound loves him, and they've raised $600 to place him, but no one can take him because they all have 6 dogs at home, and they live in apartments, and they can't have any more dogs, and he's going to die tomorrow. Carl, the dog, is going to die tomorrow. You have to help me." I said, "Gina, I'm 900 miles from home. I have already 3 rescue dogs, and Gina, I know dogs." I said, "A dog that has been in a pound its entire life does not know anything. They do not know, do you need to go outside? They do not know, do not chew my shoe. They don't know anything." And I said, I'm not even home to receive this dog. And I said, "I don't think I can do this. I'm sorry." And I said, "I'll try to think of someone." "Well, don't you know anyone?" And I said, "Well, not off the top of my head. He's not a small dog, right?" She said, "Well, he is a rather large dog, but he's Carl the dog, and we can't let him die." So I said, "Okay." So I was, we'd been traveling all day, and I was really tired. So we got into the hotel from wherever we were, and about 6 or 7 in the morning, I got this frantic call from Gina. "Lacy, he's only got 20 minutes, and he's Carl the dog. He's Carl the dog. You have to say, please, can you just foster him for a while, please?" I said, "Gina, I'm not even home, but he'll die, and we can't let him die. He's Carl the dog." So I finally relented, and I said, "Well, you'll have to take care of him till I get home, because I can't do anything. I'm 900 miles away from home. I don't know how he's going to get along with the other dogs, and, I have to be there." So we arranged that after I came home, I was home for about 3 days, and Gina brought Carl home. And Carl, of course, being the pound dog that he was, being about 104-pound dog,
oh, wow.
Well, he might have been 90 pounds then. Anyway, his head is as big as a concrete block, Scott. He's a big dog. And he weighs now 104 pounds, and he's half pit bull and half, we believe, mastiff, because he drools.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Never wanted a dog that drools. Fortunately, he doesn't drool too much.
Yeah, they got that reservoir going on the sides of their mouth.
I know. If you hold a treat up, it kind of pours out the side of his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not bad. It's not like a really wet mouth dog. So we've been able to adjust to each other. So anyway, I brought Carl home. I had Carl for about a year and a half. And over that year and a half, Carl learned what it meant when I said, "Do you need to go outside?" or what it meant when I said, "Come here." And he still thinks that's optional. And and he knows what it means to sit down. And, he's learned a few things, but it took him a long time. He's still chewing everything in sight. And, it's hard with a dog that has never, it's easier with a puppy because you start early and then, you get him used to things. But Carl, just every time I left the house, he would eat something. Sometimes it was something large, like a couch.
Oh, jeez.
It really got to be a drag. And so, but he was kind of getting over it. He was kind of getting to the point where I could leave him for a while and, it wouldn't be too bad when I came home. Well, Christmas morning in 2015, we had a lovely brunch to go to. My friend who lives in Gardnerville, which is about a 45-minute drive from here, was making this fabulous brunch, and she's just this wonderful cook, and she had invited us all to come down. So we said, we are grown-up people. We don't have to get up at dark 30 and open our presents. We can have a leisurely breakfast and some coffee, and then we can slide on down to Gardnerville for our brunch, and then we'll come home later and we'll open our presents. Well, later, after brunch, when we came home, we walked into a total debacle. I opened the door to the living room, and there was about a foot or a foot and a half of 50-cent size pieces of all of our Christmas presents.
Oh, my gosh.
It was a disaster.
Oh.
Carl was cowering on the couch. Because he knew.
He knew.
He absolutely knew. Well, Carl and I had a come to Jesus meeting. And we reached an understanding with one another, and there has not been, Carl has never reoffended from that moment. But the debacle was so intense that we really thought we needed to write a song about it, and we needed to tell the world about Carl the dog. And that is how the video for Carl the Christmas Dog was born, and we had so much fun with doing it. Our vet let us come into the vet hospital. Carl was a champ. Carl was great. Carl was actually, but there's no living with him now, Scott.
Oh yeah, he's got a fan. He's got a fan club.
Total diva now.
Yeah, he's got a fan club. I think my daughter's is the president. She's got.
He may have his own website soon.
She's sending Christmas presents.
He has this little cloak we have to put on him. And, he had his first public appearance November 25th at 2017 at the Sutter Creek Theater in Sutter Creek, California. And following the show, Carl relaxed on the sidewalk outside the theater and greeted his fans and posed for many photos. And really, I'm telling you now, if he wants caviar, he wants the champagne, he won't go out without the cloak. I mean, it's really bad. It's really gone to his head, and his head was already big enough. His head was actually the biggest part of him. He's sort of a giant head with a body attached.
Oh, that's great. I love it. He's found his calling.
He certainly has. This may not be his last video.
Oh, I hope not.
He was so good. I mean, he let us do everything, and was just smiling through the whole thing and just calm. He's kind of like Ferdinand the Bull. He's a very calm, collected dog, and he loves people. He adores kids. He just is a sweetheart around, children and around anybody. He loves he's abandons himself to his fans.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, that's a testament for anybody that's considering getting a pet. Go to the animal shelter, and there's some wonderful animals there. We rescued a beautiful golden retriever and husky mix just a couple months ago.
That's a beautiful dog. I've
Oh,
never seen that mix.
she's such a beautiful, sweet, nice dog. And these dogs, they need good homes, and they just absolutely need to be able to be loved, and they'll give it right back, as what you're telling me with Carl, without a doubt.
I remember when I was living in the South in Mount Juliet, our little local pound had to euthanize over 400 animals a month.
Oh, that's terrible.
It was awful. I used to go down there and get the big dogs because those are the ones that go first.
Right, yeah.
And so I'd get the big dogs and some of the problem dogs because I had a big ranch. And I really enjoyed having those dogs around. I love dogs. I think dogs are the best people on earth.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
They just know about unconditional love. They have so much to teach us about unconditionally loving. No matter what you do to them, they just about forgive everything.
Yeah.
They're just a wonderful, wonderful companions.
Yeah.
I think that it is so important. I have a foundation for wild horses. I raise money to rescue wild horses, and we've rescued quite a number this year. Not us personally. What I do is I try to fund the groups that I know are really doing the hard work, boots on the ground, Scott. The people who are out there in 50 below blizzard conditions, with bad equipment, trying to rescue. There was a huge, huge collapse of one of the largest and oldest sanctuaries in the United States. Had apparently been out of feed and stuff for a very, very long time. The horses were in terrible condition. 60 of them were blind, and they had to be loaded in 50 below zero blizzard conditions. And the advocates who were loading, there were very few people out there, and the equipment was very poor, but they got about 500 or so of them loaded out, and the rest were rescued later, but I think there's still something 20 or so left that need to be rescued, but it was quite a big rescue out there in South Dakota.
I know my brother has rescued some of the horses. I think through your foundation. He was up here just a month or so ago, and was when he went back home, he met somebody in Ohio and picked up I think five horses there to take back to his ranch. And
did he?
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
Boy, that's incredible. That's incredible. They were probably some of those horses from the ISPMB sanctuary, which was actually it was Wild Horse Annie had started the group that has that sanctuary in South Dakota, and they just got over their heads and got into trouble and didn't, I guess, want to tell anybody till it was very, very bad. But we had advocates from here go out and work in those terrible conditions, and we're able to rescue horses, and even 60 blind horses under those conditions.
That's wonderful. Well, bless you for all you do to help these animals, and I know that you're donating the profits for the downloads for Carl to help the animals too. And I know David Frizzell's got a wonderful Christmas CD out. He was on the show the other night, and he's doing the same thing.
Yeah. I haven't seen it yet, but it looks wonderful.
Oh, it's great. I had him on the show last week, and what a fantastic project. And they're helping the Nashville Animal Rescue folks down there with the profits from that too. So that's
they are
great
animal
things.
lovers. I tell you what, they are amazing people. And Joe, David's wife, she just loves animals, and they're so good with them, and that's a wonderful project they're doing.
Absolutely. Well, tell me a little more about this video. It looked like you had so much fun, and we have named our favorite part in the video is the Dale dance. We call it the Dale dance towards the end after he channels Carl. Tell Dale he did a wonderful job in this. We had a blast watching it. Who else is in this video?
Well, our actual vet is in there. John Margolin is in there, and Leslie Adams, who is she is our adult supervision around here. So Dee and Dale and I, we need adult supervision. That's Leslie, and she's in that video, and Emmeline is in the video, one of the Dalton girls. They raise a lot of money by selling sweatshirts and T-shirts and stuff for the wild horses at our shows, and they were in it. And we had Margie, who is the Lone Mountain Veterinary, the owner of that. Well, actually, John owns it, but Margie is the person who leases the business now and runs it, and she was so accommodating for us. And then I had Nicole Bard, who is absolutely out of her mind. She was the wild nurse at the end with the vet.
Oh, yeah.
We laughed. So they did that whole thing at the end. They just did that, and we happened to have the cameras running. It was great. And Robert Fear was our camera person. And we just put the thing together because it was pretty easy because the song's pretty visual.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it talks about everything. I had fun making up the barf. I had some hominy from 2011, and that was the base. That was the base of it. I need to go through the cupboards more often, but I found the hominy and I found some chopped tomatoes and other spaghetti things and stuff that was out of date in the cupboard and just put it all together. I thought I did a pretty good job. What do you think?
You did. It was very, very convincing, no doubt about it. We kept going watching the video. I can't believe she did that. Then you see the stuffed cat come out of his rear end, and we're like, oh my God, I can't believe she did that.
That looked really real, didn't it?
It really did.
Not the cat, but just the way John moved the tail.
Yeah, it did. That was great. And we
had so much fun. We laughed so hard making that video. We laughed.
We laughed so hard.
And Carl was so great.
We watched it the first time. I think we called, left you a message. Merritt she laughed herself silly over it. And she's literally, my daughter has watched it at least 100 times every day that I come down and she's on my laptop and there's Carl the Christmas dog playing on there.
Oh, we have to be careful. It could warp her mind.
It's great. Folks, you can go to cdbaby.com and download Carl the Christmas Dog. And you can also visit lacyjdalton.org and pick up the song there as well as Lacy's other great music. And
also on YouTube, you can type in Lacy J. Dalton, Carl the Christmas Dog, and watch the video at no charge.
Absolutely. It's on there. We have that on our Facebook page, too, so you can click that and go right to there. Make sure you give that a like when you go there, and because everybody needs to see this video. And, Lacy, you've got some Christmas shows coming up December the 9th at the Diamond Mountain Casino in Susanville, California, and the 22nd at the Red Dog Saloon in Virginia City, Nevada, and the 29th in Yerington. Am I saying that right? Yerington, Nevada?
Yerington, Nevada, yep.
The Glitter Gulch Review. I like the title.
Yes, and then we're going to be on the 30th. We'll be up at Piper's Opera House in Virginia City. Thank God we're staying close to home because I'll bet by that time it's going to be snowing. It's so rare for us not to have snow around Thanksgiving, but the weather has just been beautiful. It's cold and clear, and the sun is shining, and we had a little rain the other day, and it was snowing up on top of the mountain when we came home from Sutter Creek, which is on the other side of the Sierras from where we live. But I live in the mountains up close to the old town of Virginia City, Nevada. And by this time this year, or most years, we already have snow.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a mild year this year, without a doubt. Well, it's a good time to get out and go see some concerts. And I know you've got a lot of stuff coming up next year, including the Fort Lauderdale cruise on February 3rd. And you're going to be doing some tour dates with David Frizzell next year, too, I believe, right?
We are. We're looking forward to that so much. And possibly with Paulette Carlson, who was also inducted into the Hall of Fame with us.
Wonderful. What another sweet, sweet lady.
Oh, she is so fun, and she's so talented.
Well, we hope we get you over this ways. We want to come see you again. It'd be lovely to see you. We all had such a great time down at Pigeon Forge. We'd love to see you again.
Well, Scott, thank you so much, and it's always so fun to talk to you, and I am so glad you guys are enjoying Carl the Christmas Dog.
You have made our Christmas, Lacy, without a doubt, and I'm gonna play it here for all of my listeners. And again, go to YouTube and type in Carl the Christmas Dog and watch the video, or just go to our Facebook page and you can catch it there. And we'll have the link to order the song too. And make sure you order the song and help out animals for Christmas. Lacy J. Dalton, thank you so much. Merry Christmas to you and your family and friends, and God bless you for putting out such a wonderfully entertaining video and song.
Well, what a lovely, lovely interview. Thank you, Scott, and thanks so much for your interest, and thanks for promoting it. And want to thank everybody who will buy a copy of it for the help that they're going to be to the animals out here.
Absolutely. Well, you are one of our favorites here. We think the world of you, and can't wait to talk to you again, and we always look forward to more music from you.
Oh, thanks so much, Scott. Have a great holiday and a Merry Christmas or whatever it is your listeners celebrate. If they celebrate something else, God bless that, and may they all have a happy and prosperous and healthy new year. It's been great talking to you.
You too. Thank you so much. Here is Carl the Christmas Dog as we continue on My Kind of Country, mkocradio.com. Carl featuring Lacy J. Dalton. I'm going to say it that way because Carl's got to get top billing, right? Listen to this, folks.
Carl, the Christmas dog, ate the Christmas tree. He nibbled on the tiny lights, then vomited on me. He ate all Santa's cookies, he couldn't find the plate. I guess we'll see what happens when he regurgitates. So Merry Christmas, deck the halls, he's got us by the Christmas balls. We just heard from the vet we called, the x-rays don't look good at all. 'Cause Carl, the Christmas dog, starts with just one bite. He just can't seem to stop himself, he's got to go all night. His appetite is legend, his palate knows no bounds. We never hear the crunching, as crazy as it sounds. So Merry Christmas, deck the halls, he's got us by the Christmas balls. The vet is prepped, he must begin, says cover me, I'm going in. My God, the cat is missing. My God, the cat is gone.
Where's that damn cat?
And what's with all that kitty litter Carl is sleeping on? When Carl passes on, there's one thing we know well. He'll surely go to heaven, 'cause he'll chew right out of hell. So Merry Christmas, deck the halls, he's got us by the Christmas balls. The vet just called us back again, he's pulled the cat from Carl's rear end. Ew. Wow! The cat's okay, so celebrate. We even found the cookie plate. So Merry Christmas, one and all. Dale, you do not look right. I mean, you really don't look right. What is going on?
I'm channeling Carl.
Oh my God. Well, what's he got to say for himself?
I love Christmas. Woof!
He's Carl, the Christmas dog.
Meow, 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 meow.
Oh, Carl, not again. He's Carl, the Christmas dog.